Hello, y'all. I am Kristen Live, and I am a former toxic girl.
Hi,
Hi,
Kristen. I'm Dee Dee. Please say the baby. And I am a recovering toxic girl.
Hi,
Dee
Dee
Dee.
Hi,
Dee.
guys.
And I'm Aisha Thalia. I am a former toxic woman.
Hi, Aisha. Hi, Talia. Hi, Aisha.
Thalia.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey.
So today we are joined by a special guest, the one and only Zahra Elise.
Zaza.
Hi,
What's
Zara.
up,
in the
everybody?
building.
Thank you for having me. And to be clear, I'm still a little bit toxic.
Ooh.
Which is
Oh,
why
she's
I'm
just
here.
putting that out there. She's like,
Hopefully
wait
we
a second.
changed
I
that.
don't know.
Hopefully
Y'all
after
talk about
this
recovered.
episode-
I'm not really sure if I'm there
At least
yet.
Lord
she's
ain't
admitting
done
the first step is
It's
to admit the problem.
Exactly.
So
It's
here we
okay.
are.
She's here for her first meeting, and that's how we actually were on our first meeting as well. We were like, okay, we got some
Work
demons
to
in our
do.
closet. We got some work to do, but we got you. We're a
Okay.
support group
Thank you.
for that.
Thanks for
so
having me.
Welcome.
So let's just get right into it because you are very, very known. You have a massive following because, you fine or whatever.
You fine or
You
whatever.
know? So, I mean, the first thing I want to
She
know
look
is
good.
does being IG famous make dating harder or easier?
Oh, God, it's terrible.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, because we got to start each episode with your toxic tale. We all had to do it. This is like
Where was my mind?
right. So we all had to do this on our first episode. We said our toxic tale. So refer to the first episode for that. But the spotlight's on you, girl. So tell us a time that you weren't necessarily proud of how you reacted to something. And it could be any facet of life. Doesn't
Okay.
have
Go
to
for
just
it.
be-
Take this with a grain of salt because it was a very, 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 very long time ago. I was very young. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to say 15. I was like 15 years old. I had a boyfriend. I loved him, kind of.
Kind of.
Wow, I wasn't even allowed to date at that age.
Yeah, I was 15.
See, we don't know any better back then.
Yeah.
It's okay. We forgive you.
Yep. He was like a certified alcoholic.
Damn.
Lord, how old
At
was
14?
he?
He was 17. I was 15. He was 17.
Oh, shit.
And I was probably certified alcoholic too
Damn.
at that young,
Mm-hmm.
But I remember we were at a house party and we hadn't been intimate,
Yeah.
and I ended up taking his virginity that night
Mm-hmm.
and feeling like, this was whack. And so I proceeded to sleep with one of his best friends that same night,
What?
Dang.
Girl.
which was equally whack.
Damn.
I was going to say,
Wow.
that's your karma.
Yeah. Yep.
What
It
was
was
whack about
toxic.
it? Was it not passionate? Was it not?
We were young.
At
I mean, he didn't know what he was
14,
doing.
Yeah, he
was
was
a virgin.
17. He was a virgin.
You were 15.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
15, and
She was expecting him to be a freako.
I
not
don't-
a virgin.
honestly, like, I don't know how explicit you guys want me to get, but like, I think like he even like came before even getting inside.
well, that's-
I
that's
mean,
to
but
be
it's you.
expected.
Like, that's not his
I was
fault.
young.
But really,
Do
that's
you
not
blame-
his fault.
Am I the only girl that's flattered by something like that? I feel like
I'm like, get
It's
your shit together.
Compose yourself.
I'd be like, yeah, I know.
Well, that was easy. No,
So has your love life improved since then?
no, just joking.
Right. They're still coming before you.
still coming before they
God
get in.
damn it.
It only gets worse, actually,
Right.
as they get older.
Lord. Oh,
Damn.
Oh, damn. Well, that's
Don't judge me, y'all.
No
This is a
judgment.
judge-free
This is
zone.
safe-
Okay.
this
It's a
is
safe space.
I don't know about the people out there, but
Well,
It's
listen.
a safe space in here.
okay.
Well, we'll handle them. Don't worry
So
about
back
that.
to
Damn.
the original question though, like, is dating easier or more challenging with all of your IG fame?
Well, I think that Instagram in general has made people more accessible. I think like
Or
back
the
in-
illusion of accessibility?
yeah, but I think
But
that back
also,
in the
yeah.
day, people guys had pictures of women on their walls, and maybe their girlfriends didn't really care as much because they knew like
You'll
never
never
see
meet
her.
them. Yeah, you'll
Right,
never meet
right.
them.
But Instagram has made things so accessible to the fact where like where people are, when they are, where
Right.
they are. Like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
You could DM the president tomorrow, even if you wanted to.
Exactly. And
the president,
he could or could not respond back, but there's still a possibility that he could.
Well, didn't the Pope hit up a Instagram
Oh
girl?
yeah, wasn't he like liking?
The Pope was definitely liking an Instagram model's pictures.
Yeah, he forgot to get on that page.
Why can't you just like?
It's basically the accessibility. Does that make men more intimidated by you, or do you feel like it's just?
I feel like you just get a bunch more shit.
It's too much quantity, not enough quality.
I feel like we could all answer that question though, because we've all had that experience where, you know, let's say that I personally get a little bit. I'm like, ugh, don't ask me for my Instagram. You know what I mean?
Too.
Because, you know, whether it's a business situation or whether it's whatever it is, I feel like there's going to be that prejudgment just off of the fact that, one, you have a following, so they're going to automatically feel like you have an ego or whatever, you know, because it's at the end of the day, it's all projecting. They're projecting their insecurities onto us.
Like, oh, you got hella guys on your line. Just
because
like,
you
have
a lot
of followers. It's just
and
like,
I did.
Worry about yourself.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
I agree. Or people pretend to not know who you are to see if they can get a date with you or whatever. Like if you're in public or whatever, if they run into you, they might pretend to not know who you are just to see how you're gonna react or get a date with you or whatever, see what you're gonna say, and then they'll be like, oh, because like I follow you, I'm a big fan or whatever, and then you're just like, yeah, exactly.
Would you ever date a fan?
No, just joking. I have,
and a fan could come in different forms and shapes. Like celebrities can be fans.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I have dated a fan or two, but it's like two sides to that, you know?
I'll be a groupie, baby.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like you do want somebody that's a fan of you, your work, your, you know, just you
your
as
artistry,
a being, your artistry,
your personality.
Exactly. You do want your partner to be your biggest fan, right?
Yeah.
But not in a fanboy kind of way.
Right.
Yeah.
In a sense.
I feel like there's definitely downfalls in having that type of following. Like I saw that you had a post where a guy approached you and he basically violated you. Like he tried to double tap in real life.
Yeah, I remember that post, and I believe it went viral.
It did. It was like, on TMZ and everything. Yes.
I
had to give him
that biscuit,
and then I chased after him and ran.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, she is not to be played with, y'all.
But we were talking about that because I really, your caption really spoke to me about how as women, sometimes we feel the pressure to not be a bitch, to always be kind or to be nice. And I felt that same thing. Some of us freeze, some of us fawn, some of us fight. We all have different reactions, but women are not safe out here. We're just not safe. And so it's even more important that we teach young girls like to find their voice, to say, listen, I don't have to hug you. I don't need to smile at you. You're not owed to smile. Women don't owe you shit.
And men are very entitled.
Right.
Very entitled.
I should tell the story about, so we were filming our podcast intro.
Oh, Jesus.
And we were right in front of the building that we were filming at.
Oh, my God.
And there just so happens to be a lot of homeless people in the area. So all three of us are just standing there, and we had like all of our stuff with our bags and whatnot. So we're like, just like, you know, posted up, whatnot. And the thing about Dee is she is a social butterfly. So I think that she knows everybody.
She knows
you know
everybody.
What I mean? So all of a sudden, this homeless man just like beelines towards Dee first. And her reaction was like, oh, hell no. Get out. You know, no.
Stop
She's
it.
like
He had his arms
shit.
open like this.
I was her arm. Like,
No. He can you first.
But I
did
did the little football move.
She was like, oh, hell no.
But me, I'm thinking it's Dee's friend.
Which offends me.
Well, I didn't know. This was your neighborhood. This was your neighborhood. No, first of all, Didi live up there with them rich folk, okay?
I thought that it was a friend too.
And I wouldn't have just expected some random person to run up and hug. And I thought that I thought it was your neighbor.
I thought it was her friend because I thought it was like, you know how
we both thought it.
When your friend pisses you off a little bit and you're like, oh, hell nah, like not you again.
I didn't know about visibly, but once he got close, you could smell him. But it was just a Didi. And here I am like, but I'm like Miss Nice.
He detoured
I'll give
to
anybody
Aisha.
a hug. I would
like,
give
no,
anybody. But but it didn't feel, don't get me wrong, it didn't feel predatory.
Yeah.
I could just tell he was a little bit off.
Yeah.
It didn't feel predatory. There are situations where, like your situation, where someone's like, let me get a hug, and then they smack your ass or something, where that's completely violates you.
Yeah.
This was just more like, I think
Yeah, but God knows what he would have done.
You're right. And
if he did get
and
that.
my you know, I'm just like, oh,
was
hey, like
please,
I always
not-
have
not
like
to jump this stinky man.
someone's.
I don't want to get a bum bump.
He really had.
I wasn't like that, and so see
Well,
me.
he had poop on his hands. Like literally, there was poop up and down his
and
arms.
they thought that was my friend.
well, I didn't see
I'm
it,
blind, first of all. So
but that made me sad because, you know, I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
that
that was sad.
person.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the type. But again,
But she literally started extending her arms. Like
we
I
were
was like,
talking
no.
about how sometimes women, we get judged so much more harshly than men. Men can literally be strong and they can be, you know, definite in their words, and they're just considered strong leaders.
Yeah.
But women, we're a bitch, you're
Yeah.
this, you're bossy,
Right.
all the
Yes.
negative connotations that come
Yes.
with just being assertive.
Yeah.
You know, and
how
so,
was the response
you know,
from men from when that video came out? Because I remember you posted it, and I'm wondering, like, did the men like it? Did they get a
Yeah,
kick
they
out of it?
loved it. It was really funny because I was actually filming Wild and Out season 10 in New York when it happened. It was my first day getting to New York. I went to the grocery store, right? And when it all happened, like I showed my trainer, Alvin. You guys know Alvin,
Of
right?
course.
He flew in to train me while I was there. I showed him, he started cracking up.
Oh, he
My
did
family
good.
started
You
cracking.
did a good job.
Yeah, cracking up. Like the other guys were supportive, really. Like we were filming in front of a live audience, and New York actually really supports me for whatever reason. I'm not from there, you know, whatever. But
But you get that energy.
maybe
That kind of like New York
I don't know.
boss. Don't fuck with me.
I don't know.
Especially after seeing that video, I was like, oh, she a badass. Like,
right,
don't
but
fuck with
there's
that.
so many people that don't have that courage. I don't know if I would have been able to do that. I
Yeah.
don't know, especially
If they
what I
touched
would
your
have done
child,
in
they
that
would- you
moment.
would've-
No, if it wasn't one of my kids or someone
Right,
and
right,
popping,
right,
but
right,
with
right.
me,
Or
I
if it was
still,
me, you would've did
yeah.
that.
but
See, that's what I mean. I just
while
don't.
filming in the audience, people were like, "Hey, Zahra, like we got you," like kind of thing, like in the audience, you know, while we're filming. And I was just like, "Damn!" Like
It's just it mostly goes unreported.
Right.
You know, no one's gonna hear about it. No,
Did you report it?
I did report it.
Good for
and
you.
that's the thing is I think that I have been through so many different traumas
Yeah.
that I was just at the end of I'm done being silent. I'm done not speaking up. I'm done not defending myself. I'm done with that
Ooh, you
shit.
gave me
Like
chills.
you know what I'm saying? So after I realized what happened, like it almost happened so quick, and after I was just shaking, and I was mad, and I wanted to beat his ass some more.
I saw the
I-
adrenaline.
You're
like,
like, wait, get back here,
off.
son.
Yeah, like you didn't get enough of this shit.
Right.
Right.
Like, you know, like
You
I
wanna do it
ran.
again?
Yeah, I ran after him. And the crazy part about that was earlier that night, that day, he had been in there multiple times stalking other women.
Wow.
Of course. It's always
So he had not touched any other women, but he had been in there stalking
And who
multiple
knows what he
women.
they're
was
just
doing.
so
Oh, so
weak.
he wasn't like because I assumed that he was just like a fan,
No,
and he
was
knew who
just,
you
he
were and
didn't
was like,
even
hey,
know
can I have a
predator.
hug?
I
No,
was.
there's
He
predators
was a
everywhere. They're
predator.
everywhere. Just they're everywhere. When I remember being 12 years old. There was a guy that would
Yeah.
follow me to the bus stop every day in
Yeah.
his car. I was 12 or
Yeah.
13 years
That's
old, and that's a
disgusting.
grown man. And then
Yeah.
one day we saw him in the grocery store, and I remember pointing him out to my mom, like, "Mom, that's him," and he ran out of there because they need
he knows
power.
he's
They either they're in their car or they're
Yeah.
online or
Yeah.
they're stalking
Yes.
people,
Yes.
women, children. It's
Yeah.
just they're everywhere.
Yes.
Well, you know what
It's
I say?
disgusting.
It's a fuck around you
And
will
find
out.
out.
And he found out the hard way.
Yeah, he
like-
touched
he
the
did.
wrong one that day,
Yeah.
and I did report it. And I'm very like I don't usually, you know, that's
Cause
most
the
of
waves,
us women,
yeah.
it's
Because we're
weird.
used to it. That's what's so crazy.
It's our normal.
How many times can we say that someone smacked us on the ass unprovoked?
Yeah,
I'm sure
I've been-
everyone in here, it's happened to them.
my vagina's been grabbed.
Grab your-
yeah,
That happened
like,
to me in
Donald
9th grade.
or
Trump.
get unsolicited dick pics in the DM.
It's
Oh,
constant
God.
sexual harassment.
Always.
Constant.
always.
And we're
yes.
almost taught to just expect it.
right.
Yeah.
Just let it
So
go.
just
So
let it
you
go.
did something about it. Clapped it up to you.
Right,
Thank
I'm
you.
proud of you.
Thank you,
Now I'm
guys.
gonna punch
so
the next.
good.
I'm gonna punch the next man I see. Just in
Right,
in
just
your
for
honor.
fun. Like, don't
So your page is super dynamic. I'm seeing a lot of new artistic stuff, and I'm loving that route. I
Thank
feel like
you.
you're rebranding yourself.
I'm
and
trying.
You're so talented. You got so many hidden talents that people don't know about. So talk about it, girl.
Well, the rebrand is personal.
Yeah.
I will say that. Yeah. And I think that we've all kind of done somewhat of a rebrand, right?
Yeah, because you and I started around the same time. I think Kristen
we used to shoot together with the same. I don't know if he was your manager, but
yeah, Kellen.
Yeah, a long time ago, like he was my manager as well. So it's like we met at a shoot.
Yep.
And that particular shoot can go one of two directions because they'll have like a house full of models that, you know, they have like 5 forward photographers or whatnot, a bunch of models. You're in different rooms changing, whatever. There's different locations. And, you know, a lot of the girls are wearing kind of the same stuff.
And a lot of them are amateurs. Like, newly,
of course, yeah, like
newly.
either they're new.
So it's easy to be preyed on.
It could be that. Like me personally, because I still every now and then I'll shoot those kind of shoots, and I bring my clothes, and I'm like, I'm shooting in this, and some of the photographers will be like, I don't want to shoot her, like it's boring, you know, like, okay, cool, then you just won't shoot me then, you know what I mean? But like I guess we're in the place where we now can do that because we have a following. So even though it's not the perverted content that they get off to, or they want to put on their OnlyFans, because that's what a lot of these photographers are doing.
That's
so it's
crazy.
They're stealing our content.
They're stealing your content. They're putting it on their photographer OnlyFans pages. I ain't with that shit. So you're gonna see me fully dressed, whatever.
Yeah.
But they'll still shoot with us anyway because we have a following. So our tag is that incite, you know, like they're that incentive for them to still work with us. But you know, as new models, they don't really have that luxury, and I think it's just that industry is, you know, definitely toxic. For sure.
Oh God, yes.
But you did
like
rebrand,
with a
and you know, you're working with Richard. We love Richard.
Yeah,
shout out to Richard LaCoy.
Yes. So tell us about those creative type shoots and how it is to really like balance your page, because rebranding is hard because you have an audience that's built on a specific kind of content.
Ass. I'm saying it. Ass.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was built on.
Did you just get tired of doing it, or
I never wanted to.
No?
That's the thing, and I was told, "Oh, well, you got to get in somewhere."
Gotcha.
You know, so
you felt pressured into that.
Yeah, but that's not what I wanted.
Or it's gonna go viral. You're gonna get
it was
million
all
followers
about viral.
quicker.
Yeah, it was all about viral gold back in the day, and so to like switch to try to rebrand was a little uncomfortable because I had been shooting ass, sexy stuff, lingerie,
so that's your content
bikini.
base, so you're not getting the same response from the artistic
Correct.
stuff. You're not getting the
Correct.
same likes.
I'm losing followers.
Right.
I'm not as it's not as many likes, not as much engagement, not as much because these people are used to.
And does that affect your money?
Yeah, of course. But at the same time, I'm like, you want that? Go to my OnlyFans then. Because it's not for free anymore.
Do you feel pressure to do that there? Do you prefer? Would you prefer?
So
to
I
not
don't do
it?
any. I don't want to do OnlyFans. Really, it's not like what I really want to do. But I don't do any pornographic stuff on OnlyFans. I just don't. It's not. I don't look down upon anybody that does it, but it's just not the avenue I care to be in. You know. So it's sometimes I feel like in a pigeonhole because I'm not getting the response and the views and the light I want from the artistic stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I need to make the money, you know. So it's like
a balance. Yeah,
it's hard to balance.
Yeah, it's really difficult. But I do believe I'll keep on going and keep on going.
Keep pushing, girl.
Keep pushing. Sometimes it's discouraging, but.
Yeah.
Men don't like it when you make money off your own body. That's what it comes down to. Because sex sells everything else. They have those Carl's Jr.'s commercials where they have the girls in the bikinis and doing that. And then they'll be like, oh, yeah, you're a star. I don't care. Like, you can go in Target and you see people in underwear. Yeah. But the minute a woman starts saying, I'm going to take this back into my own hands and I'm going to make money that's going directly to me, then all of a sudden men have a problem with that because they don't want to feel like they're actually contributing to you. They look down on women.
Yes,
they
look down on us for the way we make our money.
I will say that the disagreement that I have with that is, whereas that sounds good, the problem is that because the men are going to be your consumer, they do have a hand in it. And they have a hand in whether or not you're going to make money regardless, because they are the consumer. They're the ones that are going to buy it or not. You know, so they might not like it, but they can't not like it enough, because if they don't buy it, then you're shit out of luck too. So it's like, you can't win. You know what I mean? When it comes to showing sexually explicit content, it's still in the hands of man. As much as you think that you're taking back your power, you're not.
Well, I feel like if you're okay with that, and that's something that you're okay with expressing yourself. I don't have an OnlyFans. Let's put that out there. I don't have anything against people who do. But I would say that if you do that and you're okay with expressing yourself and you're giving your consent to that, and you're okay with making money that way, let it be through you and not a middleman. Let it be through you and not a pimp. Let it be through you instead of a madam or whatever. Right. You are making your money directly, and you would have been giving it to them for free. So if that's what you feel,
affiliates
like if that's what you
but
feel.
I do have management at the same time, OnlyFans management. So there's
an OnlyFans manager.
I do. I personally do.
Oh, okay. It's
a lot of girls do.
Yeah.
Oh, really? What do they do? They just.
Well, it's a full-time fucking job if you want to actually make some money on that.
What do they do? Just like post it for you, or they?
Yeah, so it depends on the management, honestly. So sometimes the management will have content included. So like you'll meet up, they'll shoot your content for you, they'll post it, they'll be in the messages, they'll be, promoting, they'll be cross-promoting.
They'll help you with like the tedious.
Yeah.
And what do you pay people like that?
So every management is different.
Yeah.
You're paying anywhere from, I would say the lowest I've seen, and this is low, and I don't see anybody doing this anymore, 15%. Some people are paying 50%.
That's crazy.
That's also another form of pimping.
Pimping. Yeah. Thank you.
That's another form of pimping.
That's why I'm like,
pimping has evolved.
No, you can if you run your own stuff. I know some women that run their own stuff.
Right. And
they make it their full-time job. Like, you're a full-time content creator. You make it your full-time job. Do you have someone that posts your stuff, or is it more just like?
No, I'm full-time myself, but at the same time, it's a lot different than. So, I had my rebrand was basically, I didn't want to be more into like the booty shots and that kind of stuff, because I don't feel like it was sustainable. I feel like the money is at where the girls are at. So I'm like, my content needs to be more female friendly.
I feel you.
It's going to take longer to get there, because you have to rebrand. Like, you literally have to remember that your whole audience is looking for that, and algorithm and all the tedious stuff of, hey, if you're not getting the likes, you're not getting the comments, then nobody's seeing your content.
Yes.
So ideally it would be even better to just start a
new page.
Just start all over again.
Yeah.
You feel like the majority of your commenters are mostly men, though, right?
100%.
Yeah, I'm at a 95.5. You know what's
See, I'm more like
messed up about that.
I have a like 50-50.
I want that part of the rebranding was because I want more women followers.
So who do you follow as a woman? Who are the people that you follow?
So I follow a lot of brands. I follow a lot of music. I follow a lot of photographers.
Yeah.
I follow some models. Not like a shit ton, but like I feel like a pretty diverse, like I follow fashion designers, I follow jewelry people.
Do you follow a lot of women?
Yeah, I wouldn't say a lot, but I would say like a good amount.
Because I'm saying like most women don't follow women, and
you'd be surprised, they do though. They do. It just depends on what you're into. Like, there are people that are into
makeup and
cooking
they follow,
and makeup and all this other stuff, or
I follow people
female
that inspire
designers
me, so I'm inspired right now.
I follow
by
mostly women
in the ocean. That's like a thing for me, like scuba divers and like adventurous women, travelers, things of my interest. I feel like you either gotta teach me something, or you
inspire
inspire me, right? So I feel like if you do want a woman following, the advice that they say, and I still don't follow my advice, but they want to know you in a way that's like outside of
which is
just
why I
surface
created my
based.
podcast.
You got to be vulnerable.
That's what I give. That's probably
you
like
give vulnerability.
I give vulnerability.
100%.
I tell you my ups. I'll tell you my downs. I'll this wasn't perfect. Like, some of the most traumatic times of my life I put out there.
Wow.
Don't be wrong. There was a lot of backlash too, because you got people that were actually. They are happy that you're going through something hard, because they're following you because they don't like you. But I want to tell you, 95% of the people were amazing through all the hardest times. And I post birth, when my marriage, my engagement, breakups, the hardest parts. The only thing I don't post are my kids.
Right.
Absolutely not.
And I
kids
respect
are off
that.
limits.
Yeah.
Off limits, because people are mean. It's like, you can say whatever you want about me, but just not about my kids. Do you post your family?
Nope.
You feel no?
I don't have any
Neither,
kids.
yeah.
I don't have any dogs.
I don't post my nieces and nephews.
I might post
mom, dad.
Safety issue.
Oh, and my
yeah,
mom.
yeah, for sure.
I just feel like people out there do want to see women, and they want to see them not just in perfection, but they want to see them for the whole
entirety.
picture, the whole being.
Yeah.
That's the good, the bad, the ugly. And sometimes we give Instagram is just a highlight reel, and we're only giving people like our best everything, but that's not realistic for a lot of people. They're like, wow, I had a shitty day, my job sucks, my kids are bad, my house doesn't look that perfect. That's why I'm liking the new trend of people showing like what it looks like on Instagram versus like
Reality.
Yeah,
exactly. And I like that because it shows you this is all curated.
Right.
You know, like
No
it's
one
not
goes on
always
Instagram
100%.
and posts, right.
You know, and
moments.
that's probably why I do know that I have a strong women following because I know that sometimes that authenticity,
Yeah.
you don't find that everywhere.
No.
Exactly.
You know, you don't find that everywhere.
Yeah, and people can relate with it. You know what I mean?
And I
Rather
still
than this
do
picture perfect.
random ass pictures here and there,
Yeah.
and I have no shame about that.
Yeah.
Not one,
Shameless.
because I grew up in a very nudity friendly type of
Really?
environment.
Hippie.
Hippie type of. So for me, that's nothing. Because
Island gal.
Yeah,
Baby, I'm an island
to
gal.
me, like it's all about consent. You can't sexualize me unless I have allowed it.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
because
Yeah.
it's not gonna make me feel bad. How are you
Right.
gonna make me hate something I love?
Love it.
Don't yuck my
No.
yum.
Yeah.
Right? You're not. No. And if you want to leave a nasty comment, you could be blocked.
Yeah.
Right. I love the block button.
Blockity
thank
block,
God for the
block,
block
block,
button.
block.
Block. You're blocked. You're blocked.
You get a block.
And you know, another thing about women followers, I feel like our women followers are actual way better consumers than male
They
followers.
are the consumer.
Yeah. Women spend more money than men do.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you think
Unless
about
it's on porn.
yeah,
We
facts.
spend it on porn.
Or on women.
Pervs.
Are on women.
Yeah.
If you think about like Beyonce has the Beehive, Rihanna has the Navy,
Nicki Minaj has
Nicki
the what are
Minaj
they
has
called?
the Barbies,
Barbs.
the Barbs.
They are crazy.
Yo,
I love it for them.
make the sound.
What do they have?
The hotties,
The hotties,
right?
yeah.
So, what male artist has that?
None.
Kinda.
They don't have that type of
What do you-
camaraderie. That's the
No.
problem.
I bet you
No.
Saucy
we are-
Santana
we-
got a
Well, that's
click.
a little
walk,
different.
walk,
Wow.
walk.
A little different.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's where.
I
That's
like
why
that.
That's
I
a good
need,
point.
and it's where I need.
Yeah.
You know, like.
So we need Zahra to have the Zaza girls or something.
Yeah,
what would
something.
your
I
what would your
girls,
fan
I
club
like
be
that.
I
called?
don't. Well, I always say Team Z.
Team
you know,
Z.
I say Team Z, but
period.
yeah.
End of
like
the
it.
alphabet.
yeah,
That's how you
whatever.
end it.
I love
baby.
that.
Whatever.
So look, does it go down in the DMs? What would it take for you to slide in someone's DMs?
For you to slide.
Or
For
what
her
would
to
it take
slide.
for you to answer one?
Ooh.
question.
Well, you see, Yo Gotti got his girl.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I asked.
Yo
'Cause
Gotti
I'm
got
like,
Angela.
But it
finally.
took a few
Angela.
years.
It did, but you know,
Listen,
The fact
my
that it
husband used to.
happens,
My husband used to like my.
persistence.
I went back. I was like looking through some old pictures. You know when someone likes an old picture and you go back and like, what picture is this? And I saw my husband had liked a picture from like 2013. I was like, you were checking for me, boo.
Did he
I
ever
knew
send
you
you a
were checking
DM
for
and
me,
you
but-
didn't see it?
He did. He
Maybe he
actually had
unsent it.
sent me a DM.
Right.
But it was like something that was just like normal. It wasn't anything
Yeah.
flirty.
Don't send me nothing in vanish mode either. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, that's
cheat
some, that's
mode.
some new
I call
shit,
vanish
though.
mode cheat mode.
That's some new
But
shit.
I find
That
it
didn't
disrespectful
exist back in
because,
the day.
That gives
honey,
married.
I've been with somebody probably way higher than you, and they ain't never
Period.
send nothing in vanish mode.
You hear
so
that,
don't
Michelle
fuck-
Barack did not send it in. I'm joking.
So do not send me no shit in vanish mode.
I've never
I
had
will
that
not.
happen.
That's
You
great.
know?
But I'm married and I don't check my DMs.
Uh-oh. That's what she
Ooh.
I
said.
said that into the camera. Just
She looked
That
straight
part.
I don't
Yeah,
check
I
my
know.
No, I was just
married.
let my husband know I don't check my DMs.
So what does it take?
For me to respond back?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have to see, first of all, if I go on your page, that you don't have your girlfriend all over your page.
That's
Or your wife all over your fucking page.
If you did, would you let the wife know that the person
No,
sent
it's
your
none of
DMs?
my
I
business.
do.
But
y'all
See,
hear that?
I'm a champion
Y'all
for
hear that?
women. I am a champion for women. Don't do it.
Okay,
I have
but
let
what-
so many wives and girlfriends know they don't ever have to like me or be cool with me again. I don't care.
That's a
But I
fuck
would want
around
someone to
and
let me
find
know.
out.
I would want some. And you know what? People
DM
had
her
let
if
me
you
know.
want to.
Somebody one time with an ex relationship saw my ex getting into an Uber with another woman, took pictures for me,
Stop
and
it.
sent it to me in a different state.
Love to see it.
Wow.
And I was like, you're a real one for that. And I have to pay it forward. So now, I feel like
She's
people,
doing the
this
Lord's
is
work.
And people always say, "Oh, mind your business, mind your business." But honestly, no, we have to. That's part of banding together. It's part of banding together. We gotta let them know. So, I mean, I understand if you don't, but
I'm
me,
a queen of minding my business. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna let them know.
You gotta know your audience, because there's some chicks that really
don't
want to know.
They don't care.
That's true. They don't care.
That's why I mind my business.
They really get upset when you let them know. Like,
that's fine.
You have to know your audience, because
but you did your job though.
There's like, okay, so wifey, is there a time where it's not okay? Like if your girl is about to get married, Z, right?
Yeah.
And you found out that the day before he smashed the
waitress
that was in his bachelor party. Would you tell your homegirl?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Right before the wedding?
Yes. Hell yeah, you better.
I would too, but most women wouldn't.
Nah,
you're gonna ruin a whole wedding.
Okay.
Though. They weren't married yet.
Unless my girl told me, like, ignorance is bliss. Don't tell me shit. Like, if she physically told me that
what
at
if she
one
didn't
point,
tell you, but you could tell?
No,
you
gotta
if she
let
told
people
me
know.
that shit, then I know. Okay, I'm gonna respect your wishes. But
right.
most of my girls,
I don't like
would
to
want
get
me
in
to
people's relationships.
But no, they put you in it by sliding into your DM. They put you in their relationship by having their baby mama, girlfriend, wife, fiance, whatever on their page. That's so bold, and it's also a disrespect to you, because they're saying they don't care about you.
Yeah.
They're saying basically you're so low to them that you're just going to accept
I'm just
this.
only side chick material.
That to
No,
me,
we
they
don't
put
need
you.
that.
That was nothing but
should be very
Jesus. Jesus
offensive.
came to you and said, "Go tell this wife, girlfriend, baby mama, whatever, what this man is doing."
Oh my
I feel like it's a sign from
cannot.
God.
I don't know. I always feel like women already know.
They don't, because
No,
I was
you
one.
know, you know before you know.
I
didn't
didn't
listen
before you
for the
know.
sake of time.
No.
Okay,
this
go
is a
ahead.
good episode. But for the sake of time, we're gonna end with our, because I know you got business to attend to. We all got stuff to do. So we always end with our segment called Toxic Not Toxic, where we pick a song and we as a group decide whether it's toxic or not.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Okay, so today we go, and this was inspired because we saw one of the Instagram posts, and it was like talking about the music video for it, and it's like Donnel Jones had the nerve, because in the song, where I Wanna Be.
Are you gonna
In the
play
music
some
video,
of it?
no, we gonna sing it because that's what we do. Let me pull out
my baby girl.
I don't even need to pull up the lyrics because we
I
don't.
would be coming home.
Oh yeah, I love
I'd
that
rather
song.
be alone.
Yeah.
Fully understand me.
No, stop.
Absolutely
Absolutely not.
Then to cheat.
So basically, he talking about,
If you give me
instead
some
of
time,
her-
I could be the man she needs.
Right.
But there's a lot of lust inside of me.
So basically,
Been
he's saying
together
that
since
he
our
breaks up with his girl
teenage
so that he could cheat.
Yeah.
Without saying he's cheating.
He said he'd
And-
rather leave than to cheat. Is that
But
toxic or
that's
not
still
toxic?
that's still cheating, but whatever. And then he sees her on a date while they're allegedly
Oh yeah,
single.
he's outside the
and he's
window.
outside sliding
Yes.
down the window.
Yes.
Yes. Meanwhile, you done
Sweetle deal
you done slid in, but
Yeah.
so is that toxic or not toxic, guys?
Yeah, of course.
Because he broke up with her.
No, I think that's honest.
I think it's honest too. I'm saying not toxic.
I'm saying not
I
toxic.
say it's toxic as hell.
Well, I think the response.
The video was toxic.
Yeah,
'cause
the
the
video.
response
The
was just
response
like, you
is
don't
toxic.
act like that when you do this.
But the words are
But you can't have the
honest.
way you feel.
Well, what does he say? You know, when you love someone, when you don't love someone, you just don't treat them bad.
Yeah.
So he's saying
He's saying
saying
he
I'd
felt
rather
bad
leave
because he
than
wanted to
to
leave.
cheat.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
At least he
"Oh,
didn't
I
cheat."
feel so bad now.
Yeah,
I
like
wanna leave."
exactly.
She's
Break
no,
up with me if you're gonna cheat on
He literally just wants to cheat.
me. Yeah.
That's the only reason why he's breaking up.
Right, not because everything
That's
else is bad.
right.
okay.
that's still,
I
you
mean,
know
as
what?
a-
And he was super young when that came out. You have to also think about the year. I think he was probably in his early 20s when that came out. I feel like that's a very natural response for a man to want,
So you
and a
don't
woman
think that
to want.
monogamy is natural?
I do, but I just think
No.
that early 20s. I think
You have to
monogamy
work on
can be.
discipline.
I think it just
You don't
depends
think
on.
monogamy is natural?
No. For women, possibly, but not for men.
Wait. Because the
So
question,
you don't get mad when your man cheats?
I
I
shouldn't
don't
say
get
that.
a man. I didn't say that. But you know.
But if you think that men aren't capable of monogamy, why
I
would you get
believe that
mad
they're-
when
I
your
capable
believe
and natural are two different things. Like you're asking two different
correct.
questions.
I believe there's a respectful way to cheat.
Oh.
I don't condone cheating. I don't want it.
But
I
just
don't like
ask,
it.
don't tell.
But it's not even a don't ask, don't tell. It's don't fucking let me find out. Don't bring it
Don't let you
home.
feel
Don't
it.
let it be in my face.
Well, here's the
Fuck
thing.
around
Let
and find
people-
out.
Even with condoms, you can get herpes.
Yeah.
So there's
Still
no,
juice.
to me, respectful way to cheat. only because you're always risking someone else's health and life, no matter how safe you think you're being.
Absolutely.
So I don't, but like what Kristen said, there's a difference between natural and capable. I believe everybody is capable of something. It's just that they're choosing not to be. I don't think I think it takes discipline. And if you've never practiced it, you could never do it. And that's the problem. People aren't practicing monogamy. They're just jumping in all of a sudden after years of being a dog. And then jumping, or even for women, years of cheating, and then they jump into something they think they can do it. When really
not like a light switch.
It's almost
it's not a light switch. You have to practice it. You have to live it.
So I think the consensus is half of us think it's toxic, half of us think it's not toxic. So it's a tie.
I gotta go listen. I'm gonna listen to it on the way home.
On the next episode of Toxic Anonymous. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Zahra. We appreciate you.
Comment, double tap.
Subscribe.
Yes, and subscribe, please. Meeting adjourned. Ciao.